My stepmother put us all on a spreadsheet. My little brother was at negative $400 the day my dad finally saw it. Vanessa moved in the summer I turned 15. Within a month, she'd printed something she called the household ledger and taped it inside the pantry door. She said it would teach us to understand the real cost of things, since our dad had let us grow up soft. Every expense had a line item. A load of laundry was $2. A shower over 8 minutes was $3. Snacks between meals were priced individually. Each of us started the month with a balance from our allowance, and everything came off it. It sounded almost reasonable when she explained it at dinner. My dad was working doubles at the plant and nodded along, relieved that someone was handling the house. Then the charges started multiplying. That's $4 for leaving the porch light on. It was still dark out. It's a shared expense. $4. My brother Kieran was 11. He asked to go to a classmate's laser tag party, and Vanessa opened the binder and told him outings cost $30 in transportation and supervision, and his balance was 11. Can I do extra chores? You should have considered that before you left a wet towel on the bed. That was a $6 linen charge. The ledger kept growing. Grades below a B got a tutoring reserve charge. Being on the phone past 9 cost money. Not greeting her when she came home cost money. And Kieran was drowning in it. He has a stutter that gets worse under pressure, and Vanessa decided that repeating himself wasted the family's time, which she priced at $2 a minute. She timed him. She kept a little log on her phone. By October, he'd stopped talking at dinner entirely. His school's science fair was in November, first time he'd ever entered. He needed $22 for the poster board and the materials, and he'd been sweeping the garage and hauling recycling every day for 3 weeks to earn it. He checked the ledger the night before, and he was $4.50 short because that afternoon she'd charged him for a light he'd left on in a room he hadn't been in. Vanessa, I'm $4 short. The project's due tomorrow. Then find $4 worth of work in the next 12 hours. There isn't any left. I've done everything. That's not my concern. The ledger applies to everyone equally. He looked at me. I was at $9 myself. I couldn't help him. He didn't go to the science fair. He sat in his room and cried while his partner presented their half alone, and Vanessa charged him $6 for abandoning a commitment and reflecting poorly on this household. Then came the night it broke. I'd made the regional debate team. The tournament was 2 hours away and required a $40 travel fee. I'd earned $37. Vanessa, this is the biggest thing I've done. Then you should have planned better. I've done every chore in this house for a month and I'm still short. What does that tell you? That your work ethic needs improvement. That's $10 for disrespect. You can't just keep adding charges whenever you 15 more for raising your voice. That was when my dad walked in from his shift, still in his work boots. He'd been half absent for 8 months and I don't think he'd ever actually read the ledger. What's going on in here? Vanessa didn't even hesitate. Your daughter is challenging the system. He looked at the pantry door. Then he took it down and read the whole thing. Every line. It took a while. Then he turned to Kieran, who hadn't said a word. Bud, why does your column say negative 400? And Kieran, who hadn't spoken at that table since October, said very slowly, working through every syllable, because I talk too slow. I watched my father's face change. 20 years from now, I'll still see it. He asked Vanessa if she'd been charging his 11-year-old money for his stutter. She said it was about efficiency and personal accountability, and that it was working, because look how much he'd improved at getting to the point. My dad tore the ledger in half, then in half again. That's 6 months of data, she said. You have no idea what you've just get your things. She told him he was undermining her authority. She told him the kids would be ruined without structure. She told him he'd regret it inside a week. He held the front door open and didn't say anything else. She was gone by the weekend. Dad cut back to single shifts in January, which cost us money we didn't really have. He took Kieran to the science fair the following year and stood in the back for 3 hours. Kieran talked to the judges for 9 straight minutes. Nobody was timing him.